What's up, guys? It's Josh from Seawell Studios. Just wanted to do a quick unboxing of the new Heritage Lang P.Lane compressor. So I've been in the middle of filming some videos with the Highland Dynamics BG2, and I thought, of course, it would be good to compare to the Chandler RS124, as well as the compressor section of the Retro Power Strip, since they're all emulating the RS124 style compression. And I'm in the middle of that, and I see this announcement about the Heritage P-Lane. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to trash everything I've done, because now, any comparison is, people are gonna want it to include the new one. So I placed a pre-order, not really expecting it to be out that quickly, and then I've got it, like the whole thing, within a few days from announcement to when I pre-ordered. So anyway, let's do a quick unboxing. See if I can get this set up to where you can see here. There we go. So the cool thing is, with all of these RS124 style compressors, they all have a little bit different flavor, which is awesome. And anytime anyone makes this kind of compressor, I'm going to be interested, more than likely. And there will be a lot of stuff coming up based around RS124 sound. So a couple things I'm excited about with this one. First of all, the price. Coming in at $7.99, you could have, gosh, probably 3 of these before you're getting into the price of some of the others, 3 or 4. And so especially stereo sources like piano and drum bus are 2 places I love this kind of compression. And other than having the retro revolver for a bit, I've never had 2 channels. So that is definitely intriguing to me. Very cool packaging. And I just wanted to say, I really appreciate the way Heritage is rolling out these products, because sometimes you get announcements and I swear it's so long by the time things come out that it loses some of the steam. But I love when something comes out of nowhere like this, and you can go to your favorite dealer and order it. I happen to buy this from Front End Audio. I highly recommend those guys. They've been great to purchase from over the years. QR code for the manual is always nice. Of course, you've got your power cable. Let's see the best way to get into this bag here. Trying to find some tape so I don't have to rip it open. Here we go. Alright guys, let's get a good look at this thing. Very cool. The colors and all obviously remind me of the plug-in that I've talked about before, the EMI RS124, which was an Abbey Road plug-in that came out years ago that's now been discontinued, unfortunately. That is what started my love for this sound of compression, because obviously if you didn't get a chance to work in Abbey Road Studios and use one of the 3 original units, you had never heard one. So anyway, the plug-in came out, sparked my interest for the hardware, and then Chandler, I believe, was the first to roll it out. So went from there. So one thing about this one, the DC threshold is going to be cool, as well as the, let me find it here. This number 1 is a, let me make sure I'm pointing at the right thing. Down here on the recovery, number 1 has a little SF for super fast. And if you remember that plug-in, there was a super fuse mode that would make it much more aggressive and faster than those original units were. And so some of the hardware units that have come out that don't have super fuse like the Chandler does, I found that I really miss it. And like I said, this has been kind of a backwards introduction, getting falling in love with the sound of a compressor through a plug-in, which led you to hardware later, is complete opposite of how it normally works. But anyway, looks great. It has good weight to it. It feels like, I know there are people, when they saw the price, were worried about some corners being cut, and we're definitely gonna put it through the paces and find out. But I will say it feels very high quality. I'm not seeing anything here or feeling anything that would give you the sense that corners were cut or that it was cheaply made. So anyway, I will keep this brief. Just wanted to give you a look. Actually, let's take a look at the back here before we go. It's nice that they have XLR and 1/4 inch. And we are going to get this thing hooked up. Like I said, if you're interested in hearing it, I'm going to do its own review as well as a shootout with Highlands Dynamic BG2, Chandler RS124, and the compressor and the retro power strip. All right, thanks. I'll be back with lots more with this soon.